Welcome to the video lecture on AutoCAD. So for this tutorial, I'm going to use AutoCAD 2020. So we have seen how to set the units and limits. And once you set the units and limits, then what are all the commands are there in the draw ribbons. That also we have seen already. So I have shared the link of those short tutorials in the description box. You just go and watch if you want to learn that. And in this tutorial, we are going to explore the commands in the modify ribbon. See, there are so many commands in the modify ribbon. So starting from move, rotate, copy, mirror, scale, stretch, chamfer, fillet, then trim or extend, or you can even create an array. So there are so many options, even apart from those things, there are so many options. But in this uh, tutorial, we are going to explore only the few and which we are going to use most often. Okay, so that is our today's tutorial. Okay, so we'll see first the move command. So if you want to move any object or anything, you just select that object that you want to move. So while selecting, there are two methods to select the object. Either you can click top left corner and then just click. No need to drag. Okay, just click. That's it. Then you just come to the lower right. Then again you click. Okay. So this is one way of selecting the object. The second way, so I'm going to press escape. So the second way is the reverse. So you go to top right, click, move your cursor down, then to the lower left corner, then click. So this is second way of selecting. See, there is a difference between these two way of selecting. Now I am going to press escape. So the basic difference is, so once you are doing this way of selecting, top left to bottom right, so your window will appear as a blue color. So whatever the object which is completely inside this box are only selected. So now if I move the cursor, now I'll zoom in for you. Okay, so whatever the object which is completely inside is only this arc. So that will alone be selected. If I move the cursor little like this, okay, so now this two arc, the arc inside the oval, that two arc is completely inside this box, not the oval, because some part on the right side of the oval is outside the selection box. So the oval won't be selected. Okay, so if I click, see, only the two arc are selected, not the oval. Okay, so I'm gonna press escape. So if you come from top left to bottom right, so whatever the object which is there inside the box are alone selected. Okay, but in the reverse, see, I'll just do reverse. Then this way, lower right to the top left, this way. See, the box will appear in green color, the selection box. I have not clicked at this point, upper left, but see, if I move the cursor like this, for selecting, so even the object, even the small portion of the object, if it is there inside this box, all will be selected. See, I have three objects here. One is this arc, and the second is this arc, third is this oval. So for selecting all these three, if I click like this green box, bottom right to top left. So now all the three, the two arc and the oval, all the three small portion are inside the box. So even if it's small portion or inside the box, all three are selected. So if I just move like this, so this way, so still all the three, see both the arc and oval are inside, small portion, at least small portion. If it is inside the selection box, then all will get selected. So if I want to select only oval, I can select like this. See, no part of arc is inside the selection box. Only oval gets selected, not the arc. If you want to move this oval, just select whatever the object which you want to move, then you type M. See, M is the shortcut for the move command. Then you enter. Now it asks the base point. So now wherever you want to take it as the base, now you click there. So that is the base to move this object. You just click, then move. That's it. Just click and move wherever you want. See, why we cannot move the diagonal way, only horizontal and vertical is possible, because we have switched on ortho mode. If you switch off by clicking this ortho mode icon, so you can move in any direction, okay, in any angle. So, and you can click, just click. Now your object gets, now you have moved the object. So that is the first modify command. And if you want to copy, again you select whatever the object which you want to copy, select it, and type CO for copy, then press enter. Now again you want to select base point. So the base point, so for any command, okay, for any modify command, the base point should not be necessarily in the object, okay. Base point can be even outside the object. Suppose even I can even select the base point here. So with this base point, I am going to copy the object. If I want to copy only in the horizontal way, then I can go here and switch on the ortho mode by clicking, and either horizontal and vertical is only possible. I can move in horizontal, then I can click. See, still the command has not yet over, so I can even click like multiple times, okay. Then you press escape, so you will get out of the command. So this is the second modify tool, that is copy. Then suppose if you want to create a mirror, like mirror of all these objects. So to execute the mirror command, you select the object and type MI. So MI is the shortcut for mirror. You no need to type MIRROR. If you're interested, you can type. Nothing wrong in that. Just MI is more than enough. Type MI and then press enter. Now it asks specify first point of mirror line. Mirror line is the imaginary line. So from that line, the mirror will be created. Suppose if I imagine this as my mirror line, then the starting point of this line has to be here. You just click it, then move. See, your mirror can be on any direction. See, if you see, I'm not clicked the second point. I've just clicked only the first. If you want a mirror like this, then you can click the second point here. Or if you want a mirror in this way, see, just move to the top, then click the second point. That's it. Once you click the second point, if you read the command prompt, erase source object. See the source object. Which is the source object for this mirror? This phi oval is the source object. If you type Y and enter, so this will get erased and only this phi will be there. Or by default it is in the no. no need to give, no need to type again N and enter. Whatever is there as a default, you just press enter. So that means the base has not erased with the base or with the source. With the source, you have also mirrored the source. So this is how you have to execute the mirror command. Now stretch is simple. Now if you want to stretch this arc, please select it. Then there are 3 points in the arc. So you select any point, then you can stretch. Then you can click wherever you want. Then you stretch, you click. Okay, just move your cursor and click it. That's it. So that is the stretch command. So to execute the fillet, see sometimes we use fillet often, especially in detailing, rebar detailing. We use fillet often. And see, to execute fillet, just type FILLET, fillet. Okay, so fillet, FILLET, then press enter. See, you read the term which is given in the square bracket: undo, polyline, radius, trim, multiple. So I'm gonna fillet these two lines using radius. If that is so, then in the command prompt I have to type R, then enter. Specify the fillet radius. So at what radius you need to join, you need to curve the two ends. That radius you need to specify. For example, if I am specifying 2, see, all the units I have entered in feet, because in units I have set the drawing in feet. So whatever the unit I am typing here, it is all in feet. So 2, enter. Now I have given the radius of the fillet. Now what I have to do, I have to move my cursor to the first line, first object. Click it. Okay. Now I have to move the cursor to the second object. See, I have not clicked it. So I have just moved and place my cursor on the second. And if I click, the fillet will get executed. And even if I move the cursor to this bottom line, then you can see the fillet. And if I click, then you will get a 2 feet radius fillet. Suppose if you want to execute the same command, again no need to type FILLET in the command prompt. Just click the upper arrow. So whatever the previous command which you have used, it will all show up here. So just move the upper, see, mirror, copy, move, or enter. Now again I have to give the radius. So R, enter. Now by default the radius is 2 feet. So if I want to change the radius of the fillet, I can type. So now I'll type it as a 5 and press enter. Now you need to specify the object for which you need to create fillet. Select the first line, then move the cursor to the second and click. See, now see this fillet arc radius is 2 feet and this fillet radius is 5 feet. So whatever the radius you wanna create, you can create it. See, this fillet command we use more often in creating a structural detailing drawing. So another 2 command which we use often is trim and extend. So see, if I want to extend this line to till this vertical line, so either what I can do is I can type L and press enter, then click here. Then see, if you want to create a perpendicular line, then you need some help from the AutoCAD. So how we are getting that help? See, you got some green triangle and see some green cross mark, and if you move to the end you will get green X. So there are different helps which we are getting from the AutoCAD. See, all because of this object snap. See, since the object snap is on, we are getting help from the AutoCAD. If you switch off the object snap, you won't get any help. So it won't highlight the line or it won't highlight the end. So if you want to create errorless drawing, it's very important to keep your drawing in object snap on. See, you can click this icon to switch on the object snap, or you can press F3. F3 is the shortcut to switch on and off the object snap. Once you press F3, the object snap gets switched on. Again, if you press F3, the object snap will get switched off. So either you can use function key or you can press here. So if I switch on object snap, now see it clearly shows the perpendicular. See again in the dialog box we are getting the perpendicular. Now this one is the end point, and all these are intersections. So how it is showing this point? If say I don't want any perpendicular point, if I want only AutoCAD to show or to help by showing the end objects. Okay, so if you want to do that, then you go back to this little drop down arrow adjacent to this object snap icon. You click it. See, whichever object snap you wanna get help, you can on that. See, I see, if you see the tick, and it will show the end point, midpoint, center of circle, any node or intersection or extension, perpendicular, nearest. See, I have switched on all these things. See, if I switch off the perpendicular, see, I'll switch off all except end point. Okay, now it will show only the end point of any arc or line, anything. It will show only the end point, not mid, not center, not perpendicular, nothing. So see, I have only end. So if I just drag here, say I'm not getting any point here. Say if I move, see there is no green. There is no green in this portion. If I move close, I will get only green at the bottom portion or at the top. So that means it will show only end point of this line. So I cannot create the perpendicular exactly. If I even click, the line will end. The line will end here. See. Now where is the green object snap and where is my cursor? If I click, it will automatically go to the object snap point. So I don't want to create like that. So I want help with a perpendicular help. I'll switch on all the object snap point, mostly perpendicular, intersection, midpoint and endpoint. Type L, enter, then click the first point, then second point. See, if you get this, it is perpendicular. And if you zoom in, if you just move, see this little triangle, green triangle, shows that this is the midpoint of this line. In object snap, if you have switched on the midpoint, it will show this point. Otherwise, it won't show. See, this is the perpendicular. Either I can create I can extend the line to this like this. So now you got two lines. Or I have selected and I have deleted. Just delete. Press delete in the keyboard. Or exactly if you want to extend this line, then you type EX. Type EX. EX is for extend. Press enter twice. Once and twice. Now you just say I have not clicked. I have moved the cursor on the line which I want to extend. Wherever is the nearest perpendicular, it will extend to that. Now click. That's it. So that is how the extend works. Now it is not two line, it is a single line. Previously this end was here, now it has extended. Simply using extend command you can extend. Or if you want to trim, say suppose if this is my rectangle and these two lines are extra lines which I don't want. So every time you can't select and you cannot stretch. So now what is stretch? By clicking this end and moving down and clicking to this. See this every time this is not possible. It takes more time. So if you want to create quickly or if you want to erase those extra lines quickly, then trim is the best option. So TR is the shortcut for trim command, or you can even type full TR either. So TR is the shortcut, plus enter twice. Now you just select the object which you want to trim. That's it. Then press escape to get out of the command. Then control S to save the project. So now these are the basic modify commands that we use more often, like trim, extend, move, copy, mirror, stretch, fillet. Even sometimes we use rotate. See, all the commands are very basic modified commands. Thank you for watching the video. Please share to your friends and don't forget to subscribe the channel. We'll see you in the next video tutorial.